Hi guys, so today I am doing a super purple look for you guys out there who love purple. If you guys want to see how I created this look, please keep on watching. Alright you guys, to start off, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. brow and liner pomade. You can get this in Walmart, that's where I found it. And I was like, you know what, let me try this out and see if this works like the ABH. And you know what? In comparing it to that brand, they're pretty close and it lasts a very long time. All right, it pretty much keeps your brows smudge proof for a really long time, and I really like the color. This one is in the shade Espresso. I will be uploading a separate tutorial showing you how I do my brows using it if this is not in detail, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my brows using my LA Girl Pro HD concealer in the shade Fawn. If you guys want to purchase through my affiliate links, they're down below in the description box. If you want to go to the beauty supply, which I think they marked up the prices for these concealers, you can definitely get it at the beauty supply, and some drugstore places also sell LA Girl. So I'm gonna go in and clean up that concealer and blend it out as much as I can. Then I'm also going to use the concealer as my primer. So I'm just going to put this into my inner and outer part of my lid and my transition area and just blend this out using a large fluffy synthetic blending brush. This one is pretty much for under eye concealer, but I'm just going to use this to blend out that concealer on my lid, and I'm also going to set it with a bit of translucent powder. This is my Ben Nye neutral set powder that I'm using. Now I'm going to go in with my first shadow, and this one is from Coastal Scents. This one is called Magenta, and it comes in the Creative Me 2 palette, which is, I believe, is it 2 or 1? One of those palettes. There's 2 of them. One is really colorful. I believe it's 1 if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to use that in my transition area. Then I'm going to go in with another eyeshadow from Coastal Scents. This is also a hot pot. This one is called Deep Grape. And I'm going to be using a slightly smaller pointed blending brush to apply this to my inner and outer part of my lid, creating a halo effect. Halo looks have been really popular lately, and I remember when I first started YouTube, I think I did maybe 1 or 2 looks with halo looks, and people really weren't into them back then, but now they're all over the place. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with this large fluffy blending brush and just blend out my colors, making sure they're nice and smooth. Then I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop eyeshadow. This is the first eyeshadow that I ever got from ColourPop that they sent me. This is in the shade Slave to Pink. It's a bright pink magenta shade, very pretty and shimmery, and I'm just going to use my finger and pat this on. You guys, I've had this shadow for what, 3 years now, 3 or 4 years, and it's still going strong as far as the quality and that texture that everybody loves about ColourPop. Now I'm going to go in with Blackberry. This is a hot pot eyeshadow from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to use that same blending brush to deepen the inner and outer part of my lid area and also deepen my crease just a bit by only using the tip part of the brush. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful glitter from LA Splash. The color is called Bachelorette Blush, and I'm actually using my e.l.f. Lock-in Seal. I just wet my brush a bit and I picked up the glitter with it, and I'm just patting it on. Okay, so I don't want the glitter to be too opaque. Like, I want to still be able to see through it and see that Slave to Pink shadow from ColourPop. So to make sure I can see that beautiful pink shade, I'm just going to add a bit more to the outer part of the glitter area, and then I'm going to go in with my Indecent Exposure Mascara from Smashbox, one of my favorites. Add it to my lashes, and I'm also going to blend out the edge part of my shadow by my transition area just a bit because it wasn't smooth enough for me. I'm going to prime underneath my lower lash line using a bit of concealer. Then I'm going to go in with that hot pot in the shade Magenta and apply a bit of this to the outer part and the inner part of my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with Grape and a pointed detailer brush and just kind of apply this closer to my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with one of my favorite deep colors. This is Blackberry eyeshadow hot pot from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to apply this also very close to my lashes to make them appear fuller. Now I'm going to go in with the Slave to Pink shadow, and I'm going to apply this into the center part of my lower lash line, and I'm just going to add a bit of that Bachelorette Blush glitter to my lower lash line, and then finish that off using some of my Indecent Exposure mascara from Smashbox. Now using this other OG eyeshadow from Colourpop. This one's called Dasher. I'm going to use this to highlight my tear duct area. Then I'm going to go in with these beautiful lashes from Pure Cosmetics. These are their silk lashes. They're in the style Jet Setter. Beautiful lashes, and they really brought this look together. I'm also using the dark colored glue from Duo because I don't want to waste my favorite glue doing tutorials. Usually after tutorials I take off my makeup, but this is your final look for the eyes. I hope you guys like it. Now for the face, I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever serum. This is their Ultra HD Skin Booster, which I'm really liking a lot, especially before I put on face makeup. Then I'm going to go in with the Ultra HD Foundation in the shade Y505. It is a tiny bit deep for me, but I liked it. It evened out really nicely once I did my highlight and contour. I love the texture of it, and I love how easily it covered everything. So really good job with these Makeup Forever. So now I'm going to use this brush. This is one of those paddle brushes that's all popular, especially on Instagram. This one is from OPV, and I'm just going to use this to blend out my foundation. For highlight and contour, I'm using the Pro Highlight Contour Kits that are new from LA Girl. And I'm going to use the shade Medium Deep. And I'm just going to use the deepest shade to contour with. I really don't like using super dark shades to contour with. I try to get similar colors to the color that surrounds my face because I have a natural contour to my face. I think most people do, but some people don't at all have like a natural contour, but I do have one. And especially with my skin issue, it kind of made it a bit darker too. So I try to get something similar to that color, so when I blend it out, it doesn't look weird. Okay, I'm also going to use the concealer that comes in that kit. It was a bit too what's the word, too light for me, so, and not warm enough, so I'm going to use a yellow shade from another kit. I'll list that one down below to help blend this out. But yeah, it was a bit too light for me in the beginning. Okay, but I do like the texture of it, and I'll let you guys know about the other kit in the description box. It's the same kits from LA Girl. They have multiple ones, but the other one that I used with the yellow concealer, or the warmer concealer, is a different shade. Okay, so I'll put that down below in the description box. Now I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the concealer using a damp beauty sponge. As you guys can notice, I put a bit of that concealer underneath my contour, and this is just to help balance out that foundation since it was just a tad bit darker or deeper than what I usually use, just to help balance it out so everything, you know, makes sense when I look at myself in the mirror. Then I'm going to go in with another one of those paddle brushes. This is a slightly smaller one, and I'm just going to kind of move it in a circular motion to blend out the contour color. This way it doesn't give me too many streaks, and I kind of like a circular patting motion so I don't get any streaks from it, and it blends in nicely with the foundation and the concealer that comes with the kit. I'm also going to go ahead and blend out my nose contour. And these brushes are really great for nose contours. It has more control, and you can bend it and everything. So it's up to you what kind of brush you like, but I really like them for that. Alright you guys, so you're going to notice that my concealer got a tad bit warmer. That's because I added the concealer from the other kit. I'll put the name of it, like I said, down below. And I'm just going to go in with my larger brush and just blend out my contour and my highlight to make sure there's no obvious lines of highlight contour separation. We want everything to be together like a happy marriage, or at least a functional one. We don't want a dysfunctional marriage on the face. It's not going to look right. Now I'm going to go ahead and set under my eye eye area, and I'm actually using a powder from LA Girl. This is, I believe they call it a tinted powder or something like that. I'll put the name of it down below, but it has a slight yellow tint to it. I actually have two of their powders. One is white and this one has a yellow tint to it, and I really like it a lot. Now I'm going to go in with this LA Girl powder in the shade Chestnut, and I'm just going to use a powder brush or a blush brush to add that to my contour area, just to set it in place and mattify it. This is also going to help blend it out so that nothing looks, oily by my forehead area and doesn't look off. I'm going to go ahead and dust off all that extra powder because we do not need the extra powder. But if you like extra powder and you like to walk around with it, go ahead. It's your face. For blush, I'm using this new LA Girl blush. Just a beautiful color, you guys. It's called Just Dazzle, and it has such a gorgeous golden undertone to it. I really love it. Highlight, I'm using Makeup Addiction's Loose Highlight in the shade Orgasmic, and I'm using their highlighting brush to apply it. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend out the edges so I don't have like a off casty look, okay? I'm also going to add a bit of this to the bridge part of my nose. And for lips, I'm using a liquid lipstick from OPV. This one is in the shade Mystery. Just like this look, it was a mystery when I put it together because I wasn't sure what I was doing. No, I knew what I was doing. I wanted to do something purple, but I didn't know I was going to do like all of this purple. Purple hair, purple lips, purple eyes, a purple shirt. Hey, it was a purple day. I'm the purple man-eater. No, I'm not. I promise I'm not. All right, so I'm going to put on this beautiful color from OPV. It is a bit thin. It is a bit liquidy, so you want to put on a little bit at a time and build up the color because it's not opaque right away. So you have to build it up. Okay, so just put on maybe 2 or 3 layers and it should be fine. Alright you guys, now I'm going to go ahead and set my face using my Makeup Forever setting spray. I absolutely love this setting spray, and a lot of you guys do too, that you use it on a regular. It really is great, and I love the finish that it gives my makeup. I'm going to add a bit more of that magenta shade underneath my lower lashes to smoke it out just a tad bit more, and this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button so you don't miss any of my uploads. I love you guys, and I'll see you all very soon in another video.